The name of my book is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. Most of the book takes place at Hogwarts Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which is the special school for young witches and wizards. The main characters are Harry Potter and his best friends Hermione Granger and Ronald Weasley. Another important character we will meet later is Cedric Diggory, an upperclassman at Hogwarts. The story begins as Harry is having a vividly horrifying and telling dream. Through this dream, Harry realizes he will have to soon face his nemesis, Lord Voldemort. Harry briefly forgets about his dream when he attends the Quidditch World Cup with his best friends. Quidditch is a wizard sport, kind of like a cross between soccer and basketball. However, the dream became reality when Death Eaters, which are followers of Voldemort, cast the Dark Mark into the sky during the Quidditch World Cup. The Dark Mark signifies Voldemort's imminent return. Quickly, Harry and his friends fled from the Quidditch Cup to the safety of Hogwarts. There, they were introduced to an odd new professor. His name was Alastor, or Mad-Eye, Moody, but there was something about this man that seemed very strange. Not only was there a new professor, there were also 2 other magical schools that were to be joining Hogwarts for the year. The first was Beauxbatons School for Girls. Beauxbatons was led by a girl named Fleur Delacour, who was beautiful and charming. The next school was Durmstrang, School for Boys. These strong young men were led by Victor Krum, who was also a professional Quidditch player. Upon the arrival of the visiting schools, everyone learned why they had been invited. There was to be a Tri-Wizard tournament between the 3 schools. Each school would have 1 representative to compete in the tournament. The representatives, also called champions, were to be picked by the Goblet of Fire itself, seen in this picture. The champions were Fleur Delacour from Beauxbatons, Victor Krum from Durmstrang, and Cedric Diggory for Hogwarts. All 3 champions had been chosen, and it was a wonderful start to the tournament. Until the Goblet of Fire spit someone else's name out. Harry Potter. But the tournament had an age restriction, and Harry was much too young. How his name was chosen remains a mystery for a long time. The tournament has 3 difficult tasks. The first is to collect a golden egg from underneath of a terrifying fire-breathing dragon. The second task is to retrieve a treasure from the bottom of a lake filled with mermaids that try to drown you, along with kelpies and other magical water creatures. The third and most difficult task was a maze filled with magical obstacles. The rules were simple. The first champion to reach the center and grab the Tri-Wizard Cup wins. Woohoo! But Cedric and Harry reached the cup at the same time. Too polite for their own good, they agreed to grab the cup at the same time. Little did they know it was actually a portkey which transported them to a dark graveyard far away. The graveyard was in a small town called Little Hangleton, and waiting for them was Lord Voldemort. Almost immediately, Harry and Voldemort begin their duel. Harry fights hard and has a bit of help from the past victims of Voldemort. He manages to narrowly escape this time, and Voldemort is forced to retreat into the shadows again. Unfortunately, Cedric wasn't as lucky. Cedric met his end at the hands of Voldemort, and Harry had to transport his lifeless body back to Hogwarts. Although the mood is dampened by Cedric's death, the tournament has to have a winner. Of course, it's our hero, Harry Potter. But Harry is less concerned with winning and more concerned with letting everyone know that Voldemort is definitely back for good. His new mission is to make sure that everyone knows the real cause of Cedric's death, because anything less would be an insult to his memory. Because this book is part of a series, there is no clear resolution yet. So I will end with this quote from Professor Dumbledore, Harry's mentor. "Dark and difficult times lie ahead, Harry. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy."